Hey everyone, it's Holly from Askhollyhall.com, and we're going to be taking a look at the month of September 2024. You're going to want to know what's going on because it's going to get spicy. You thought August was going to get full of drama, as I had said, uh, tons of gossip, but more like your school kids because it's that Leo energy and that retrograde. And now they're going to be hitting into the heart of the matter, trying to hit people's heartstrings. And this is going to be personally with families, with the workplace, but also globally. But let's take a look at what's going to happen in September. Looking at what's going on with Jupiter and Uranus. Now, Uranus is only at 2 degrees, and Jupiter is way ahead at 24, 25 degrees. But this is most important to me, the fact that they're both in the same sign. And that means that money, budget, looking at the fear of a market crash or a crash or expenses, high expenses, the talk, the need that they're going to want global leaders to start supporting those that are becoming poor. Those that used to live as middle class are now becoming poor. They're going to want us to meet the needs of the poor within large countries in Europe, mostly the United States, and as well as Canada and in England. So money or budget or coming, this is the kicker. They're going to come up with a universal income system. This is what they feel will work for everyone. I'm not going to put judgment on it. I'm not even sure whether it would work. Would I be happy with $3,000 a month, get everything that I need and want for nothing? Now, as I had said before, we're humans. We're crafty. We'll find solutions. Just like in many communist countries or poor countries, when they're not allowed to make more money as an income, they find ways. They sell things, and Mercury goes out of retrograde and out of its shadow, which is around the 15th of September. At the 15th, there'll be a new announcement of a third person who's going to be involved. Now, I had predicted Elon Musk and Trudeau. I'm your Canadian astrologer, by the way, and I'm looking at Sidereal astrology, not Western astrology. You look at astronomy, none of the planets are in the constellations that Western astrology is saying it is. And neither does Pharma Almanac. Pharma's Almanac is in tuned with astronomy, not the fact that Uranus is in sync with Neptune. We want to be careful that the wool isn't being pulled over our eyes and that we understand all of the options that are out there. This enticement of, I will provide you with all of your needs, so please vote for me or move to my country or leave the country, is going to be very paramount, specifically in the second week of September when this third person comes along. So as I said, I predicted Elon, I predicted RFK and Trudeau. Little did I know it meant that they were going to join forces, which is fine. It's still very much in my prediction. The second person was Kamala. That was a surprise twist, which I predicted in July, for August. But in September, there's another one. And I have no clue. I thought it might be Elon. I even predicted, believe it or not, yep, think about it, Taylor Swift. I mean, even I'm laughing at that. But that's what came to me as a download. And now here she is, apparently, allegedly, suing Trump. We all know, because it was in one of her documentaries, how much she despises Trump. And since anyone can apparently run for president, Who knows? We'll see. But it will be somebody that will be, it'll blow everybody away. Like, what the heck? So this is mid-September. We're going to be all of a sudden new outlets, new opportunities for us to, for anyone to escape, run away, leave their country of origin if they don't like the way their country is being run, to move to other countries. I've even predicted that the United States would be one of them. If Trump gets in, he will allow, now this is just a foresight of a prediction, Canadians to come in if they can prove that they're Canadian and go through a whole police check and a background check, etc. That they can move there without any penalties or waiting for a visa, etc. We already know this is happening. Russia has already opened their doors for the same thing. Now, what I like is that Pluto is in conjunction with Uranus, but Uranus is going retrograde. And that means there's going to be a bit of a pushback with radical parties, radical solutions and communities, groups that will come out again around money and finances and wanting to help the poor, which is now at this point feeling like it's the average person. There will be financial support and financial aid. Canada will be teased with this from our Liberal Party. The United States will be, parts of Europe, France, and England as well. The idea that you have to be full citizenship in Canada, possibly England, but not, sorry, in the United States, possibly England, but not in Canada. Probably because they still want more people coming in for more votes. Saturn goes retrograde. You can see that. And since Saturn is going retrograde and it's in Aquarius, then we're looking at possible riots. I don't like to say that. I've seen it possibly happening for November, but in September, because it's with the planet, it's with the sign of Aquarius, which means groups, large groups of people, humanity, society, and it's Saturn, which means it's pushback against authority. You're not the boss of me. We are the ones in control. And it's radical movements. It's coming from a small group of people that want to make radical, drastic changes. It also include the need for approval of medical choices, those that live under a certain income to have a large sum of money on a regular basis, such as on a monthly, as I said, income. So that's what I have right now. In general, we want to take a look at, for the average person, forget about the global stuff. Energy starts off as being very caring and nurturing and practical and logical and wanting to share the news or the gossip or the information. We want to be very careful with that, because if it's landing on deaf ears, it's most likely it's because it's sensitive subject for them. It's painful. It's touchy. For the first week, you want to be genuinely concerned about not the person's welfare because you need to share this information with them, but to think of how is this going to land on them? What is their situation? Can they handle more on their plate? Is this information that's not necessary for them to know? Do I need to push this, argue this, that I'm right and they're wrong? Because people are quite sensitive for the first week. But as soon as Mercury goes into Leo, is around the 6th and the 7th of September, you're going to find people get feisty. They're going to argue with you. It's going to get heated. It's going to get hot. And that's why I think the global part is going to happen, or the large organizations where there's going to be almost like a riot, like huge arguments. And where I'm seeing this is more in the rallies, where people are getting together and rallying. This is going to be more in the United States, obviously, but it is going to feed into Canada and England and France and parts of Europe. And it's where people will infiltrate these rallies to make their points. This will create drama and arguments of us amongst each other, very similar to when COVID came. Should you get the shot? Shouldn't you get the shot? Are you wrong because you're not taking it? Are you wrong because you are? And we're all going to argue amongst each other. This is what can happen when the drama hits between September 6th and September 21st. And then not only that, but we've got Libra sneaking in around the 20th of September. Now that's when people are going to feel that there is much more need for peace. And that's up between the 21st and the 24th. And there may be even something that goes awry where the law has to kick in and it has people think twice. This is getting out of hand. This isn't fair. This is becoming dangerous. There's way too much drama going on. And it's because the police or the army has to come in order to either break up a riot or break up some arguments, whatnot. Or even in your own personal life, do